Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, yeah.
Okay, Farhan, we really liked the trailer of Tufan, but one thing that we usually see in your film is the transformation, the physical transformation. Like हम यहाँ पे weight lose नहीं कर पा रहे हैं और फरहान ने तो क्या कर दिया है मतलब?
मैंने weight gain कर लिया.
We saw that scene where we can see that paunch and
Yeah.
you have put on weight. So whenever you're training like this, we have seen you do this in Bhag Milka Bhag also. तो वो वाला जो experience था भाग मिल्खा भाग वो कितना काम आया is when you were training this time for तूफान?
जो सबसे बड़ी learning थी भाग मिल्खा भाग के दौरान वो ये थी कि अगर हम कुछ कोशिश करें तो कुछ भी मुमकिन है. I think that was the big learning. तो जब ये कहानी develop हुई, जब मतलब ये हमें अंदाजा हो गया था कि जो कैरेक्टर है अजीज अली का उसे इस पिक्चर के कुछ हिस्से में ओवरवेट होना पड़ेगा, आउट ऑफ शेप होना पड़ेगा. तो इट वाज वेरी क्लियर टू मी इन माय माइंड कि मैं नहीं चाहता था कि हम किसी तरह का प्रोस्थेटिक करें या किसी तरह का पैडिंग यूज करें. ये जीना बहुत जरूरी था. और क्योंकि जब आप उसे जियोगे, जब आप उसे इस तरह से बिलीव करोगे तो ऑडियंस में भी एक रियलिटी और एक बिलीवेबिलिटी आती है उस परफॉर्मेंस को लेकर. तो यही कहूंगा कि मतलब मिल्खा has made me realize that anything is possible. I think that was the big learning on that film and that was put to use in this film for sure.
So things became a little easier mentally.
मेंटली हाँ, ये डेफिनेटली एक बात थी कि अगर मतलब अभी मन लगा लिया है किसी चीज पे करने का, फोकस है उस पे, तो इट विल हैपन.
Thank you, Abira. Next we have Abhishek from KBK.
Yeah.
Hello, Farhan sir. I hope you are doing well.
I'm doing well, Abhishek. Why can't I see you?
Sorry, there's a problem with my video. That's why I'm extremely sorry.
Okay, no problem. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good,
We
good.
all loved the trailer and we could see, as Abira ma'am said, whenever we talk about your films, we see the intense transformation. So my question would be, what was the most challenging thing which attracted you to this character in Tufan?
Mainly his journey, and that's the emotional journey of this character, the mental journey, and a spiritual journey of this character. See, the boxing is, of course, very exciting. It is something that makes for great viewing in movies. I've always been a fan of boxing films, and I'm sure most people who enjoy films are. But beyond that, there has to be substance. The drama has to be correct. And in this film, the relationship that Aziz Ali, the character that I play, has with Mrunal's character, has with Pareshji's character, the growth that all of them go through, mainly Aziz Ali's character and the coach's character, is something that is actually, if you ask me personally, that is the heart of the film, that the journey of these two characters. And that was what was exciting for me. The film is it's a love story set against the backdrop of boxing. So the relationship that Ananya, that's the character that Mrunal plays and that I play Aziz, the chemistry that they have, the relationship that they have, the growth that they have together as a couple and as individuals, is what makes this movie really, really tick. So I'm as excited as I am that people are loving the boxing aspect of it and loving the physicality of it. As much as I'm appreciative of that, I'm so excited now to see how they're going to react when they see all the drama unfold that happens behind all this.
Sir, we are also very excited. Wishing you all the very best, sir.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much.
You've always been very kind.
Next we have Anita from Spotboy.
Hi, Farhan.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Hi,
How are
good
you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, very good. So amazing trailer, by the way. Congratulations
Oh, thank
on
you
that.
so much.
Farhan, I remember when we were having a conversation with you during Bhag Milkha Bhag, you had said Bhag Milkha Bhag, the process was very difficult. The process of workout and everything. Now that you have done Tufan, Do you think Tufan is the most difficult, or Bhag Milkha Bhag still you consider the toughest film of yours?
I think it's difficult. I mean, although it is possible on some level, I guess, to compare them because they are about sports people. They both have an inherent demand of being physically in some kind of shape.
Right.
But I think the big difference is in Bhag Milkha Bhag, because I was playing a real life character. The responsibility felt a lot more, to me. Milkha ji, I mean, is an absolute icon. So to be playing him while he was still there,
Right.
and I knew that he's going to watch this film, and he used to always tell me whenever I met him, his only tip to me always would be that, "Bache, you got to work hard." He's like, Milkha became Milkha because he worked hard. So that's what I want to see when I watch the film. And so that was my driving force, on that film, to work harder than I've ever worked in my life. And I mean, just do the best that I could. And that helped me in this film. Because of doing that film, I knew that it was possible for me to achieve whatever I needed to in this film, whatever shape I needed to be, whether fit or whether fat or however you want to look at it. I knew it was possible to do. So that basic belief, I guess, in the ability to be able to pull it off came from that film. But the training in this film was way harder. Because boxing is a way more demanding sport. In running, I mean, firstly, running is not, it wasn't alien to me. I used to run when I was in school. So it didn't feel like I'm being asked to learn something that I'm not familiar with. It was about just, of course, working on endurance and working on performance within that. But with this was really starting from the ABCs, starting from what does it take to be a boxer, the physical side of it, the mental side of it, the spiritual side of it, the science of it, just all of it. It was a lot of learning, and it is very, very demanding, way more demanding than that was physically. But I think the reason that I could pull it off was because because of having done Bhag Milkha Bhag. And I also, because of working with Rakesh, I knew that Rakesh, because when I worked with him, he creates a cocoon for you, in which you can really kind of function and grow and evolve in the way that you would like to as an actor. So I felt very safe with him as well, working this time around again, of course, that we'd be able to do it.
Right. So were you ever knocked out when you were playing on the sets, or when you were playing when you were practicing this when you were younger?
Was I ever knocked out?
Yeah.
No, younger though, I've never done any boxing. Only the first time I've ever boxed was for this film. So I can fortunately say that I've never been knocked out, but I did. I mean, there were times, especially at the beginning when I first started training, because we also didn't have years and years of time to be able to train and get into the right kind of form. We had to train really intensely for about 6-7 months to become this boxer. So I was training really, really hard twice a day. So it would take a lot out of me. I mean, there were times when we were getting a feel of what it feels like to do 12 3-minute rounds. And it sounds like, it'll be nothing, what's 3 minutes? But 3 minutes feels longer than any time that you can possibly imagine when your lungs are like about to burst. So there were times when I really did feel like I couldn't stand, like I had to go and like just kind of lie down for a bit. All of that stuff happened, but I mean, eventually it's what you see on screen that matters, and all that effort hopefully has paid off.
It looks beautiful. Trust me, and I'm sure people are going to love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anita. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Anita. We have Xenia from Desi Martini.
Yeah.
Hi, Farhan.
Hi, Xenia.
Hi. Hi. And thank you. Like the trailer was amazing, and I really loved the trailer. Also because I've been practicing MMA for the last 3 years. So
have you? Wonderful.
Kind
Good. I really feel after having done this film,
so
I feel everybody should learn, and all kids should be taught some kind of martial art or some kind of sport like this. It really is so beneficial.
true, absolutely. Because it helped me calm down so much. I'm
Yeah.
kind of a little angry with, yeah. So my question is, after you have featured in 2 sports films, like you had Bhag Milka Bhag and now you have Tufan, do you see yourself directing one anytime soon?
Directing a sport film, I don't have any such plan of, but we have to be in a place where we never say never, because if you had asked me, would I be doing a film on boxing 10 years ago, I wouldn't know. I would have said, I don't know. So what life has in store and what excites us, and how suddenly like the penny drops on an idea and we feel like, oh my God, this is the film that I have to do. That's possible. Of course, it's possible. I love sport. And I think sport works so amazingly well in film if done correctly, because there's so much to learn from these lives. So there is a part of me that's naturally drawn to it. So I don't know. I mean, it is possible, but again, I can't say for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Priya.
you.
Thanks.
Next, we have Sushri from Mashable.
Hi, Farhan.
Hi.
How are you? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
As good as one can be these days. um,
Explain that statement.
taking one day at a time.
Okay. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Congratulations on the trailer. Of course, everybody has great things to, say about it. The physicality of it, obviously. But apart from the physical aspect, there is this Tapori lingo and, the diction that,
Yeah.
Ajubai is
Yes.
doing
The Mumbaiya slang.
the Mumbaiya slang. So how did you get into the hood?
Oh, very happily. Very, very happily. And the thing is that these characters are always so much fun to play.
Yeah.
Because they're completely carefree, don't give a damn attitude, and think they're the
Absolutely.
cat's whiskers, and so rarely you get a chance to play this stuff. Yeah, like more often than not, like with the few exceptions of like say Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara,
Yeah.
I kind of just let my head down and do my thing. Like most characters I played are pretty intense.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have this guy who's kind of just and then from my city as well. That makes it even more special.
Absolutely.
So I had a blast here. So I mean, firstly, Vijay Maurya has done an incredible job with the dialogue
Yeah.
to start with, and then working with Hussain Dalal closely while we were shooting constantly.
That one scene, he steals it, when he
Yeah.
says that he's that creep from that gully.
Telia Gali ka Kasai.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, so we had a blast because he has all these nuances down. I mean, like
Yeah.
he's kind of from there.
Yeah.
So he was just educating me constantly on like the style of that place and the attitude of that place, and it helped tremendously. But I had a blast.
I'm sure. And like you said, these characters, they leave a lasting impact, they go on to become pop culture references. So,
Well, that's only something you can hope for. You can't
Yeah.
design it, but you can
Yeah.
hope for it.
yeah. Well, fingers crossed, it looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you
All
so
the
much.
best. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Enjoy it today, and hopefully tomorrow will also be great.
Fingers crossed. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Sushri. We have
Thank you.
Rashita from Peeping next.
Hi, Farhan, Rashita here. I'm
Hi,
so
hi,
sorry.
Rashita.
Firstly, my video is not working.
Okay, no problem.
Firstly, congratulations on the great response on the trailer. Absolutely loved it. It's so
Thank you.
inspiring.
I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Secondly, I would like to ask you if the web release of the film comes across as satisfying to you as an actor. Considering the stature and the massive aura that the film has, do you think a digital release would be able to do justice to it?
Well, I don't really look at it like that.
Okay.
What we want as actors or directors or as artists is for as many people to watch our film. That is what gives us satisfaction. So given where we are and given the situation that we're in, to me, this is an amazing way to release the film. I mean, we're going to be releasing in over 200 countries and territories on day and date. The film is being promoted in all these places. Like, we wouldn't have been able to do that if we were coming just purely on theatrical. So there is a huge awareness of the film, and that's really what you want. You want people to see the film and enjoy the story for what it is. Yeah, so that's really what I'm focused on. If times were different, I mean, obviously the film would be in a theater, but these are not those times, and I'm really thankful that we have Amazon as on not just as a partner on this film, but as somebody who really believes in this movie, you know, and are going out of their way to really promote it wherever they can and in a big kind of way. So I'm very grateful and thankful to them.
Agree, definitely.
Thank you.
All the very best for the film.
Oh, thank
you.
We have Priyanka from Telegraph.
Hi Farhan, how are you
Hi,
doing?
good, how are you?
Good to see you. Congratulations for the trailer. Really looking forward to watching the film. I just wanted to know that
visiting all your homes, you know.
now you know what our homes look like.
Yeah, oh, that's nice, huh? Yeah.
Great. Okay. I just wanted to know that, you know, like the rest of us growing up in the 80s and the 90s, did you kind of grow up on Raging Bull and Rocky and all those cult boxing?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think Rocky way before Raging Bull. I mean, because I mean, Rocky was just more like kind of a child-friendly film than Raging Bull was. But then, of course, as you started watching films and started watching actors work and directors work, I mean, Scorsese and De Niro and that wonderful collaboration, the collaborative relationship that they share revealed itself. And Raging Bull was, I mean, is up there as one of my top favorite films, you know. So, yeah, but why do you ask?
But did you have kind of a reference point? I mean, did you go back to any of these films or anything, or did you just want to play it on a clean slate, so to speak?
No, absolutely, you can't. I mean, see, the thing is, you don't even allow your mind to go to those places. I mean, we're talking about films that are just incredible movies. And I mean, if anyone, honestly, and this is with all humility and with no kind of sarcasm whatsoever, you know. But if I mean, for people to even like, I mean, if you're in a list of a film, or if your name is taken with a director, or with your film is listed with the kind of movies that, like, say, Raging Bull is, I mean, that's an incredible honor in itself, you know. But I mean, that's not something you think about. What you're thinking about is that I just want to make a good film, you know, and I want to just make it the best that I possibly can, and then the film will have a fate of its own. You know, like we were just talking earlier to a colleague of yours from your, you know, about like how characters get cult-like status. You know, I mean, these are things you can't design.
Yeah.
That they just happen by themselves, you know. And so, I mean, like, and we've seen that happen. I mean, whether from films that I can talk about, I mean, that we know, like, whether it was a film like Dil Chahta Hai, or whether it was a film like ZNMD or like Dawn. I mean, these characters just take on a life of their own. You don't know that that's going to happen. You know, and that's why it's fun when it does happen, because it's least expected. So our focus really is to tell our film, to make our film the best that it can possibly be, and comparisons, whether they'll be good or bad, you know, or anything that comes our way, will be on the merits of the film.
Right, great. Thank you so much. All the best for the film.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We have Shilajit from New Indian Express.
Yeah.
Hi, Farhan.
Hey, how are you, man?
Hi, I'm well. Farhan, when you look at the world of boxing, you know, it's a sport that has its origins in the underclass, and a lot of the greatest boxers have come from a place of strife and struggle. What do you think makes it such an essential, primal sport? You know, there's a lot of inherent drama, you know, in the medium.
You know, I have thought about this a lot, actually. And you're absolutely right. I mean, rich people's kids don't box. You know, I mean, unless they're just doing it as a recreational activity or something. I remember recently I was watching a podcast of Mike Tyson, where he was talking about that his son wants to box, and Mike Tyson's like, why would you want to do that? You go to a private school. Some monster like me comes and beats you up. No, I don't want that for you. But the thing is that I think what makes it so it's magnetic, you know. You can't take your eyes off it when two people who are on top of their game especially are competing, because I mean, eventually, if you think about it, what are you putting on the line? I think that's what makes it so, in a strange way, ugly yet attractive. You know, is you are putting your pride on the line. That's what you're putting. And it's this voyeuristic tendency that human beings have to see people rise and see people fall. You know, we love building people up and we love tearing people down.
Right.
And when you think somebody's unbeatable and they have the world at their feet and suddenly they're lying on this mat and being counted out to 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? It makes
Right. Yeah.
suddenly you realize that this person's only human. Yeah, he's no better than me. You know, it's a very strange thing, but it is so it's an emotional experience when you watch boxing. It's not only about, oh, will who knock the other person out. And these guys, I mean, the ones who do it, I mean, that's all they have. You know, I mean, they've got nothing else to fall back on apart from like their fists and their will.
Right.
And it just makes them seem so much stronger than any of us. That we worship it when they're doing well, and when they fall, we feel like, yeah, but even he's also human only.
Right.
So it satisfies different things in our own personality, you know, and in our own kind of way. It's a very voyeuristic sport in a weird kind of way, but at the same time, it's a beautiful sport, you know, because there's so much grace in it. There's so much. There's a strange dichotomy in itself, and which makes it cinematic, which makes it incredibly cinematic.
It's very perceptive. Do you have an all-time great favorite boxer? Like, of course, Muhammad Ali is like at the center of...
I mean, yes, he greatest of all time. Yeah. You know? So, I mean, by far, I mean, not only for what he did in the ring, but also for what he did outside it. You know, I mean, is by far. But like the boxers that I discovered when I was watching, because see, I mean, the thing is, our exposure to boxing in India has been pretty limited. You know, and especially the history of boxing has been pretty limited. I mean, we really came into the whole boxing thing of understanding it at least in my time, with Mike Tyson. You know, that's when we saw, this guy's a beast and this guy can do this and do that. And then of course you knew of Muhammad Ali, you had heard of Joe Frazier, you had heard of George Foreman, but you didn't know much about them. You know, so this film was also a great joy of discovery for me. I had to just go back and watch these amazing films and amazing documentaries, especially that are made about them. And in recent times, you know, I mean, the Manny Pacquiao is phenomenal, incredible, and a great story again. I mean, all of them have great stories, you know, but I mean, like just this kid from the Philippines who kind of took over the world, you know. So his story to me is great. I mean, of course, and Muhammad Ali.
Sure. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So the next one and the last one is Roktim from Deccan Herald.
Yeah.
Hello, Farhan sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. It's a pleasure talking to you. Actually, there is an issue with my video, sir. I'm so sorry.
No problem. No.
Okay. Sir, I wanted to know how was your experience of reuniting with Rakesh, sir, and what is it about him as a filmmaker that you admire the most?
Well, I mean, I think the work will speak for itself in terms of how much, what a great time we've had collaborating again on this film. I have the utmost respect for him as a director and as a person, more importantly. And working with him, it's, how do I describe it? I mean, you know, it's, I feel like he works as, he's kind of like a philosopher director, you know, and which is something that I enjoy. He will not get into the nitty-gritty of discussing a scene with you in terms of its technicality. He'll discuss it with you in terms of what emotionally what it's supposed to do or what it's supposed to make one feel. And then that just gives you a lot of freedom. And then he just leaves you, and he gives you the responsibility of making this character your own and seeing that through. So it gives you a lot of freedom, yet at the same time, it also gives you a lot of, it gives you this responsibility, you know, that you owe him something for having this faith in you and giving you this kind of freedom to be able to function and work with. And I absolutely love it. I'm looking forward, hopefully in less than 7 years next time, to collaborate with him again.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. It's been lovely talking to you, and all the best for Tufan. I have really followed your work right from the Dil Chahta Hai days. It's always a pleasure talking to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.